All right, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Duck Chronicles. Typical morning with the main flock. Brothers Green are starting to look nice and pretty again, aren't you guys, huh? Finally really starting to regrow in from their molt. Everybody is. Gray pencil neck, turning into brown and white pencil neck with her molt. You can see that typical color of the rowan duck. The little brothers Green are around here somewhere, the mallards. Not sure where they're at. Everybody's got morning bath time going on. See, we kept the pools in the same space. And did a dump today, so everybody's in the swales, fertigating, doing their jobs. A couple already had their bath, taking a rest. Hey, I want to show you something. You see that white duck right there? That duck's not sitting there to lay. And it's just her demeanor. She's sitting there to eat and take a break. And you can notice her keel, her bottom, is dead level. She's not made any kind of depression. So if they lay somewhere random, they're not going to sit down. They're just going to pop out an egg. If they decide to sit and lay, they're going to make a depression. And when you're watching your ducks, okay, there's one there. That duck's laying. That duck right there. She's laying. She's in a depression, and I can tell her demeanor and the way she's sitting. That girl there is sitting down. She's flat. Her demeanor's different. She's hanging out with her sister while she lays because she knows she doesn't want to be alone. So I need to check for an Easter egg there later today. And I got another one. Remember what I told you? Don't disturb them when you locate their laying spots. Leave them alone. So I got another girl here, and she's fanned out. She's definitely laying, and she looks disturbed that I'm even this close to her. So I know I'm going to have an Easter egg there later today. And if you leave them alone, your girls that don't lay before they come out in the morning, you'll find that it's really easy to find most of your Easter eggs. Hey, Buddy and Joe, do a little Goose Cam today? Goose Cam? Nah. Just don't have it in you to really get the camera today, huh? Okay. So, wanted to start here because I'm filling the pools. I've got the big pool going. That gives me about 5 minutes to get back. There's the baby brothers Green and a little brown. I think one of the babies, the Muscovy hatched, is little brown's baby. So we got a little mallard over there. And that's where our journey's going to end today. We're going to take a rather brisk walk through the property, because there's not a lot to show you on the way that you haven't seen already. Okay. So leaving the food forest, coming through the small food forest, by little garden ponds. We have a bullfrog living in here now. I mean a full-on, big old green bullfrog. And I'm not sure how it got here, but he's usually on that block or in one of those flower pots at night. But I want to show you what happened last night. So I moved the little ducks in their 16 by 16 hog panel further out because they have really worn out the area they were being held in at night. Right here, you can kind of see, like it was really 2 days longer than they should have been here. So I moved them here. Came out this morning, little ducks running all over the place. And it wasn't quite this open, but it was open, and get a look at that. So you think some kind of catastrophe happened here, but it's a catastrophe minimus. What happened is I let the dogs out last night. They heard rivals out there in the distance. They came charging out, and I guess this is their normal pathway. And Charlie and Max ramboed into this. So I got to fix this today. Just another thing. There's always something to fix. Even for a part-time farmer. You spend more time fixing stuff than actually farming. It just goes with the flow. Quails are doing well. Growing. I got to figure a solution out for Dorothy to be able to move their tractor while I'm gone teaching at Nick Ferguson's seminar. Not this coming week, but the following week. I think what I'm going to do is fix these wheels a little bit better, put a set on the front, and find her the longest straight line route I can, and she can just hook the tractor up and pull it one length every day, because they have got to move at least once a day. And that should do her pretty well. If she gets all the way to one end and needs to move them again, just hook it back and move them all the way to where they started and just make the same path again. It's not ideal, but it'll get her by for 5 days while I'm gone. Baby ducks, doing really well. Probably about 3 weeks from flock integration. I was thinking the other day, maybe I could get them integrated before I leave, and then I realized I got to balance their needs with my desires, because right now there's so much more work than they will be once they're integrated. Once they're integrated, I'll be taking care of 100 ducks versus 200 ducks. It's carrying one more bucket of feed every day. That's all it is. It's the same work. But when you got them all spread out like this, it's more work. But I want you to take a look there. Those little guys there are Rowans. They're the ones that turn into like the Brothers Green and Big Brown. And little black and yellow ones with the stripes on their eyes. Try to get as close as I can without scaring them. I haven't spent as much time with these guys as I did the white girls, so they're a little bit more intimidated by the giant. But if you remember last time, we had a broody Muscovy. She had a baby she had crushed to death. And we decided we would keep her separated from the flock. So we kept the door to the duck house closed. And then what we started doing is she hatched a couple more. We closed the door back into the holding area and didn't let anybody in. And now we're letting her out, and we'll see if we can find her, because they've been all over the place. And we went from having one and losing one, so having a negative net one, so now we have 3 babies. And I bet she's in here. Yeah. How you doing, Mama? How you doing? You got your babies? Can we see them, please? Oh, they're all mallards. They're all mallards. They're all little Browns kids. That's great. You did good, girl. Oh, you had to learn. You had to get some experience, huh? You're going to protect them, aren't you? Yeah, they're all little mallards. Duck Cam, you tell them. Those are your babies, aren't they? So, they have the run of the yard during the day. We've closed off the return door, and that lets them kind of stretch their legs and explore without being interfered with. And we'll give them about a week until they're about double their size, and with her taking care of them, they can come out with the flock. And they'll do that just like everybody else did. But we kind of learned a lesson there. And I've made some changes with my plans for the quail aviaries. I'll show you what's going to happen in a later episode. But we are not going to mess this building up. Basically, my plan of winging this building was a bad idea. And I wasn't really thinking clearly because I got so much going on right now. We're going to turn this building into really more of a storage building. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put shelving in it, and I'm going to put a little area where you could always move a broody mother to. And we could do the temporary fencing around here if we need to. And what I'll do from now on, whenever we have a mother we decide to let brood, we'll just take her and we'll bring her in here with her eggs. Give her what eggs we want. We'll have total control over how many eggs she has. And we can isolate her from the flock long enough to do her thing, because that's really what you should do. A lot of times you know what you should do. I get a lot of times I get comments from you guys like, well, you should do this or you should do that. I know what I should do. But there's a time limit that we all have, guys. There's a resource limit. We're not messing around here with 6 ducks in a quarter acre. We had 3 acres. We got well over almost 200 ducks now. Got 130 quail to take care of. We got a greenhouse still in construction. We got projects everywhere. So sometimes what you should do and what you're able to do. I also have a lot of comments about, why don't you just build the soil, build the soil. I got 3 acres, guys. 3 acres. I believe it's 24,000 cubic yards if I wanted to put a 4-inch layer on top of 3 acres. 24,000 cubic yards. You want to send it to me? Send it to me. We're doing